Hey Legionnaires and Rome 2 fans, it's good to be back with some more Rome 2 Total War Siege action for you here today. And we do have a glorious 3v3 here on Ankyra, which is a map we don't often see, I feel like, being fought on. And we have, a very, very exciting fight for you here, as we have a lot of different factions, a lot of barbarian factions in today's game. Well, these factions at least influenced, I feel like, by barbarians. We've got the Swaby here, we've got Boii, we've got Pontus, which have quite a lot of barbarian units within their army, a lot of mercenary units. We've got Galatia, we've got Egypt, which have got Galatian Royal Guard as well, which they're barbarians as well, and we do have Boii. All the way over here. So yeah, a whole load of barbarians. There are some, Greeks scattered amongst them as well. That's for sure. They pulled upon their barbarian mercenaries to help them in their Diadochi wars or something like that. But we have got a bit of a sally out taking place here. We've got a lot of sword followers. We've got 6 units of sword followers here marching out along with a heavy horse, and they are preparing for some sort of fight out there instead. We've got another sally out taking place over here. We've got Pontus, we've got Cappadocian Cavalry, Pontic Royal Cavalry, all getting ready to go, and it looks like some light horse as well, some Celtic light horse there. I think this has all been maybe it's been noted by the attackers. I'm hard to really say with their reactions. Looks like Egypt's dashing forward. He's looking like he's trying to protect maybe his army. Yeah, he looks like he's kind of like everything's full steam ahead, getting further forward. That is for sure. Yes, I hope you guys are doing well. You certainly will be improving if you're watching this Rome 2 Siege, because the Rome 2 Siege does keep the Doctor away. But yeah, I hope you're all having a great weekend. At least if you're watching this when it comes out, it's the weekend. Maybe you're watching it on a random Wednesday. If you're watching it on a random Wednesday, I hope you're having a good day too. And Wednesday's treating you well. Wednesdays suck. But anyway, we look like we are into the fight here. The first sort of engagement taking place is in fact some night hunters over here. Just a light spear that Swaby can guerrilla deploy, and it looks like they use it to guerrilla deploy and just get the towers quickly to the wall, and then they landed the unit, bizarrely enough, which was very odd. The mercenary naked swords there, another Celtic style unit, and 3 spears there. They have routed that very, very easy. That's an easy win for them. Artillery is coming in. I think that I was going to say I thought they were targeting that big blob, but they're actually targeting over here against these 3 spears, which is also not a bad idea, because they're kind of stacked on top one behind the other. So if you miss one, you kind of hit the next. Also, the defenders made good use of their defenses. You can see loads of stakes, sharp stones all down here to try and stop the attackers. It's going to be very, very tough for these attackers to try and break through, that is for sure. Yeah, they've got a whole load of barricades here and stakes as well. The defenders, the attackers, going to have to destroy all of those before they can then move on to the next sort of the actual fight itself. It looks like we can see mercenary naked swords going in. They will get blocked by their own barricades, I'm pretty sure though. Look at that, that's anticlimactic. That guy's like, oh, I'm trying to get through, but the stake's actually impaling his chest. And yeah, I think missiles both sides there are blocked by the barricade, which is a good use for the barricade. I think is just to block missile fire, to be honest, because yeah, you can do like Javis are just deadly. Like these Galatians, they're kind of taking some cover behind the barricades and then now destroying themselves. Also, just kind of breaks up their attack and their charge here. Egypt could do with landing and supporting, in my opinion, try and get some support going on here. I mean, yeah, they are really stacking up their units over here. Are the defenders, and it's just certainly making it easier for those siege equipment, like those ballistas, to just fire in there and do some damage. I don't know who has it. It's Galatia, yeah. He's only got 2 kills. Oh, that's not that impressive. This one over here, Swaby's got 0, so that's even worse. But there you go. I'm sure they'll start to rack up the kills. These archers here, these Kibri bow women, they need to start being worried, because Pontus over here has got his cab ready to go. I'm sure he's going to be charging that in. Same with the Hexbearer as well, like the light melee infantry. The problem is that they have a lot of light units to do Swaby, so actually they're very vulnerable to to sort of cab charges. And something else I've seen that's very, very exciting that's been sent out is a Seleucid Scythe Chariot. These guys can definitely get hundreds of kills. Yeah, that should be very exciting to see that in play, that's for sure. So yeah, that will be a very exciting unit. And it looks like it's just going to operate behind the sword line here, and I imagine once these lines clash, those chariots are going to go in and cause all sorts of havoc. And yeah, there we go. So the first clash really taking place inside the city. Galatia sending in his Galatian swords, the weaker sort of swords that they have available. They are getting chewed up by the naked swords, but naked swords, a bit like Falksman, they are very much a shock unit. They do rely on charge. Prolonged melee is not good for them because they have no armor, so they eventually do just get killed off. They've got 90 kills already, which is very good. We're now going up against a very tough unit. Well, I say tough. Thorax swords, not that tough. I feel like they're very underwhelming. But probably for a naked unit like this, it's quite tough. One has armor, and it's quite heavily armored. The other has literally just got nothing else. They've got a cod piece, and that's it. Missile fire here from the artillery is actually, I think, routing the Galatian swords here. Also could just be the torrent of arrows coming in right now, doing a lot of damage to these attackers, but they have got them pinned in a really nice spot here. Right in the corner of Ankara, and they're just like absolutely munching through these units right now. Thorios spears jabbing. I mean, the naked swords here, yeah, they're getting like hundreds of kills. Like this one's 130, but this one's already just peaked to 100 now. So yeah, very, very good. And here we go. Charges are going in. Egypt's general, for some reason, has challenged the Cappadocian cavalry and the light horses, getting chased off. Surprised they didn't kill him off, but there you go. Swaby has brought some cav, he brought some noble riders, bizarrely. But yeah, he's going to, I guess, send those over there to try and deal with Pontus. Pontus's cav is all getting into position, though, ready for charges. They've definitely not got enough cav that can deal with all of this. So yeah, it's going to be huge if they can deal with it, though, because it's a lot of money being put into that for Pontus. Pontus, otherwise, he's not got a lot of infantry back here. He's got some bronze shields, and it looks like some Pontic swords, but not a lot, really, to be honest. He's got, and the naked swords, of course. All of his money seems to have gone into those cav units, which, if they can get all the archers and the slingers of the attackers, that's a big coup there, because slingers and archers, certainly archers, they win you sieges. They really do. If you can get good positions with your archers, you can just like side shot every single combat and win every single combat. Battles you shouldn't be winning, you can end up winning because of archer support. Swordmasters here going up against the sword followers. That will be a very nice matchup. Both heavy melee infantry. I'm going to say swordmasters are definitely better, but sword followers, they're not to be messed with. They are very, very underrated. A really good unit. One of definitely, I'd say, like the top mid-tier units. If you kind of get my meaning, like they're a mid-tier unit, but they are a very, very good mid-tier unit. Now we have Galatian legionnaires actually going in. These troops trained by Rome in the style of the legions, and now they are fighting against Pontus. I don't know why I chose Pontus, but there you go, they are. They probably were trained to fight Pontus, because Pontus was a real rival of Rome for ages. So they needed allies in the region. So I bet Galatian, that was the reason why they probably got these legionnaires to fight Rome. I could be wrong, it could be the Seleucids. Yeah, Pontus or the Seleucids would be the reason why these guys probably got trained up. They're going in. They're fighting fellow Celts now as well, because there are some naked swords in there. But again, it's the same sort of scenario going on right now. Galatian legionnaires getting side-shotted by the Celtic bowmen, and they are just getting lovely shots into those thorax swords. On the Sally front, not a lot really going on, though. It looks like Boei is going to go with his heavy horse. Not sure what target he's seen. Maybe he's looking at the Cimbri bowwomen and the slingers over there. I think that might have been what he's looking at. Interesting. And I think that's just, yeah, trying to scare off the archers, keep them away from the side of the wall here. Because if they were to sort of set up around where their towers are, the attackers with their archers, they'd win so many more of these fights because they get the missile support from the archers. But because there's the threat of the Sally now, they can't really, put their archers there safely. I mean, they can. Eventually, they're going to put these Night Hunts, I think, and they're going to use them as a shield. It's just taking a little longer than expected to get into position for the attackers. And they're losing some good units out of this. Like Galatian Legion, I mean, they're winning this one, but this one's losing. They got 50 kills, that's not great. The other one's going to start to get jabbied here, yeah, in the side. Pontic Sword's getting great jabby shots. Jabbies are just absolute army killers in Rome 2. It's, to be honest, it's one of the few pet peeves I have with Rome 2, is that everyone does have jabbies. These guys aren't going to get such a great angle now. I feel like it's like iconically a light infantry and a Roman infantry thing. And then Rome, the CA was just like, nah, give everyone a jabby. You have a jabby, you have a jabby, everyone have a jabby. Apart from hoplites, of course. That would be ridiculous. And the line has got closer. what is going to be a land battle by the looks of it. Clearly, Bowie did not get the memo. It's a siege game. But this is looking more and more likely. And to be honest, Swaby looks like he's got less facing here. He's got a lot more on the towers now. It looks like they are going to try and push forward more of these towers to maybe make some more openings. Or maybe or are they just making... or are they putting these towers in place so they can block off any cav sallies? I don't really know. Or like cav charges by like just breaking up the battlefield with towers. Very odd. I don't know what they're doing with them. I won't lie. Chariots, these guys need to go in at the height of the chaos that when the sally does take place. Just so they don't get focused down and, like, you know, the players are distracted with the micro. There we go, a charge going in. Charge in the wooden ass spears. Yeah, and there you go. I mean, wooden ass spears, I was going to say, they're pretty good, but they are actually losing decisively. They're medium spear infantry, but I thought if they got into shield wall, they've got some insane defense stats. I would have presumed they're anti-cav. Yeah, they have cav counter tactics. They killed 20. They have lost 50 troops on the charge there. I mean, it is good Pontic cavalry that's charging them. They're now getting scared off as well by the swordmasters. And here comes the noble riders. So they are going to try and do what damage they can. Still, Glacier failing to break through. And he is getting side-shotted over here as well. Again in another melee. They're just... The defenders, they're really positioning the attackers where they want them, not the attackers doing it to the defenders. There you go, 2 more Galatian Legionnaire units about to break there, 13 and 46. 92 kills isn't bad, this one's going to break at 75. Pretty horrendous. 2 more Legionnaires coming forward though. They've still got a few more. Yeah, plenty more to send in, to be fair. It's insane. And these are silver chevron. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I don't know what the money was from this, but that, like the silver chevron, that many Legionnaires, that's kind of crazy. I mean, what the stats then give you? 52 melee attack. Eesh. 77 melee defense. That's pretty good stats, that's for sure. Might make sense why, you know, there are so much heavy cav and chariots in this battlefield for the defenders, that's for sure. There's high funds. Yeah, missiles now finally getting up here, as you can see, though. This is huge. And we're going to see some bowmen go onto the wall here. Or Bowie maybe to just shoot the Syrians. The Syrian archers are finally going to actually be able to do, you know, some shooting back. And it looks like they're going to try and get rid of these Eastern archers. Don't know if they have ammo left. Yeah, they definitely do. They have their bows out. They are wavering. They could also shoot this pike here, which actually, to be fair, is already taking casualties. It's down 50 troops. So that's good to see. And it looks like, yeah, they have been shooting artillery as well into these blobs here. So damage is being done in the rear. And it looks like, you know, finally the attackers are getting their archers into play, which, you know, that's going to really even up this game. The archers and the attackers have got a lot of work and a lot of catching up to do. We've got, yeah, hoplites fighting legionnaires. I can't imagine these hoplites having a great time. I feel like hoplites just aren't, in vanilla, are just not that great. PI is where they excel. It's where they can really do well. Like, you see the odd time, like, hoplites will get 100 odd kills. 100 and something. In most games, they are not doing a lot. They're really, like, assisters. They just basically, they hold the line and archers will then go and shoot and get all the kills and all the glory. But the hoplites, they deserve some of it, some of the credit, because they'll hold that choke point nicely for ages. Oh, jeez, the artillery is absolutely shredding these poor Thorio spears. It's gone straight through the battalion there. It's insane. Archers, yeah, okay, getting nice side shots now. This is working for the attackers. Now they're getting back in side shots into the Pontic swords here, who are also silver chevron, I should add. This is a really good position now for the attackers. They're flooding in troops. I think both sides have pretty good angles, to be honest, into each other's flanks. That line is getting a bit thinner for the blue of Pontus there, that's for sure. And what is coming forward now? Still Thorax Swords. We've got Karani Axeman coming in as well. Okay. Still no sort of... Well, I was going to say no sign of a sally. This is, I guess, part of the sally, but this is... That might be out of ammo, that Egyptian ballista. It's got 125 kills. easy kill, and yeah, Egypt's not defending it, and I don't think they're doing the same either. Yeah, with Galatia's 143 kills, that's probably out of ammo as well. Here's a charge. They're going to get a good charge here onto the Noble Horse. Noble Horse not going to respond. That works really nicely there for Pontus. And yeah, those Noble Riders were going to start to drop very, very quickly, as you can see already going down. Charge there, going in on the Knight Hunters, and actually nearly breaking them. They are wavering and going. Germanic Slingers here setting up. We're going to see another spear unit. This is the General coming forward here. Very, very dangerous. It's threatening to send him in. We've got, yeah, swords here, javying, trying to do what they damage against the Royal Cavalry. And there you go. Pontus is doing what he can. I mean, this is really a good opportunity to try and wipe out Swaby. If they can engage the line here, then hammer and anvil with the Pontic Cav, and then maybe also get the chariots in there, they can kill a huge swathe of Swaby's swords off here, and it's elite swords. The rest of the armies are kind of boxed in here. They've kind of left Swaby's, most of Swaby's infantry high and dry, just to watch Bowie Eye. Here we go. Oh, in they go. Kind of missed a little bit of that charge, but there we go. They're in there now. And what is that chariot? That chariot's in there already. Oh, it's already lost so many men. What? What happened? What happened, dude? Down to 7 out of 12 already. And he goes, you've got to just keep pulling that thing through. That's how you play it. Absolutely is the only way you can play that thing. You pull it through. It's got 7 kills. It's getting a few more kills. 8 kills. If it needs to get like 100 plus to be really worth it, even then that's not like, that's pretty poor. Cav here though is running right. They're getting these slingers, which is great to see here. Bowie Eye's got his Cav in here. Looks like they're dealing with the Night Hunters where they can. We also got a Galatia's Gen coming in, and it looks like side chariots are pretty much done. General gone for someone, I think, because I'm going to get a lot of... yeah, General died for Swaby. That's huge. Swaby now without a General. I was going to say, I'm getting the flashing camera in the corner, which is usually a sign a General's dead. Yeah, a lot of these troops losing, actually. Sword Followers are beating the Sword Masters. Insane. Didn't realize they should be doing that. Might be helped because they're getting support from the chariots and cavalry of their allies. Chariots, though, are gone now. Look at this, Swordmasters wavering, breaking, potentially. Club Levy, they're probably going to break pretty quickly with no General now. This artillery is still firing. They're like, don't mind us. You carry on fighting just around us, and we'll just keep doing our job. Look at this, so they're flanking in. They're turning the flank of the sword flowers. Having won the fights over here very quickly with the support of the Cappadocian Cavalry, they were able to, you know, move down the line and do some encirclements of their own, and it's only going to get worse as they keep going down that line. They're still fighting over here. Noble Rider's still alive. We've got Galatian Legionnaires. There's silver chevrons in there. Egypt and Galatia getting their generals up to try and, you know, help deal with the Pontic threat. It's a big risk, though, because you could lose your general. Egypt's already pretty banged up. Galatia's seen a little bit of action, a little bit of damage. Fight over here still going on. Looks pretty even, though Pontus is definitely running out of troops. Boei having to send sword followers over there to support. But they're looking thin on the ground of the defenders, actually, here for infantry stuff. They've got plenty more back here, and we've actually got Indian Armored Elephants. And is that another chariot? We have another chariot in the game, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see this thing sally out. That needs to go out. It should not be staying inside the settlement. That is for sure. Send that thing out. Go get some kills. But yeah, an Elephant General as well. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, they've got plenty of reserves and solutions. You just need to bring them forward. I don't know what he's doing. He should be microing that. He's got nothing else to micro outside the city. Hoplites Holden. 105 kills, actually. They've actually done very well. Maybe I'm crapping on Hoplites more than I should be. Chariots are back. 94 kills. Oh, they might be able to get 100. You can do it. Or not. Or not. No, I don't think they're going to get 100 kills. Sadly, I don't think it's going to happen. But Boei winning these fights out here with melee is insane. And Pontus has kept most of his cav in the game. At least for now. He's still using Pontic Royal Cavalry here and there, Cappadocians as well. I mean, yeah, Boei is now engaged his sword here. There's Silver Chevron to Galatian, which is losing. He's probably because he's getting cycle charged here by Pontic Royal Cavalry. Smashes into them. An insane charge there. Very, very nice. That's just, yeah, knocked this unit for 6 as they start a rout. Here comes Egypt's General again. He's going to risk his life fighting Pontus' Royal Cavalry. they can get infantry in here from Boei to support this fight, which is very possible. They could win this. I mean, yeah, if Ptolemy Cav there, and then combat even, they're probably winning that fight, really. We're going to see another side chariot. Is he losing? Is he killing his own side chariot? I think he must be. He must be running over his own defenses and killing his own side chariots. He is. He absolutely is. Ah! What a waste. Well, the man needs to pay attention to what. It's why you don't put deployables down, I feel like. Because you end up using them against yourself rather than the enemy. Bloody Spears going in against the Kiranian Axemen. Two pretty terrible units of infantry, in my opinion. They both have their purposes. It's just jabby spam. But after they've jabby spammed, kind of lose their purpose. And the other chariot is now out into the field. It actually looks like Boei is running out of steam. Looks like they've got just about enough sword masses here. Generals, though, are really in trouble, though. Look at this. Egypt and Galatia might be soon be without a general. We'll see. Egypt's both are still alive for now, both Egypt and Galatia. But if they can get a kill here, this is huge. Again, both, you know, both of these armies pretty still healthy. Actually, Egypt's is in better condition than the Galatian one. And in goes the chariot. I mean, he definitely doesn't want to go in and join the cav fight against the generals, but yeah, he just kind of run in and then not got a lot done. This one also, he's going to get maybe 100 kills. Yeah, 105, 113. It's going up because they're running down troops even though they are routing themselves, which is a cool asset. But yeah, not great. That's not one of the finest chariot games we've ever seen, that's for sure. Get this Royal Cavalry out of here, get this out alive, and see whether you can get a general kill somewhere. Or certainly you want to save ammo for on your archers. If these generals get too close to the front lines, you want to deal with them. But that's most of the Sally excitement done. Screaming. Oh, it's the Kimberley bowwomen. I forget that they scream. So all they do is they go, yes, yes, war, and all that. We've got still really good units to come forward here for Boei. I mean, Sword Followers, got Oathsworn. You've got a lot of Oathsworn actually here, including the General. That's 5 units of Boei Oathsworn. That's a lot to get through. What else we got here? Thorax Swords, Thorax Pikes, the Elephants, obviously. Silver Shield. Like, my gosh, they've got insane units here. I feel like they've got better tier units, have the defenders than the attackers. The attackers just kind of chevroned up a lot of their mid-tier stuff. There you go. That Thorial Spear has been overwhelmed by the Sword Masters, and they are going to continue on. Looks like trying an axeman all the way over here. How did they get? I guess they just went this way, and the Thorial Spears came the other way. Yeah, they're still fighting over there. They are going to get beaten by Thorial Spears. The sally out is still actually not done yet. The Pontic Cav is still causing problems for some of these Sword Masters, as are the Sword Followers. You'll love to see it. These, yeah, Sword Followers 291 kills. So that's outside the walls. Insane. I don't think they've got near that many if they were fighting inside the walls. They wouldn't have been able to be supported by all this beautiful, sexy Pontic Cavalry. Just getting 200 kills itself. Some really good kills here for both sides already. It's an insane game. 104 for that Galatian Legionnaires. Not bad, not great. In the circumstances that they find themselves in, it's not bad. I don't know why this player keeps forming square with the Thorial Spears. I don't know if it's not, I don't think it gives bonuses against infantry. Bracing, morale, I guess, if your morale, and yeah, morale and sort of melee defense bonuses. Seems a bit dumb. I feel like Shield Wall should do that for a spear unit as well. Especially like a Thorial Spear. Maybe these guys can't form Shield Wall. They haven't learned that skill yet. They learned square. They can do their shapes. But yeah, setting in archers. Cavalry bowwomen out of ammo. That's kind of crazy. A lot more infantry as well being thrown in here, and again the same grind going on. You see the archers there, side shooting Bowie. Bowie is dying. He sort of follows. I think they just need to stop fighting here. Just accept you're gonna have to give some ground. Just fight on a better battlefield. And that means further into the city, which I think will benefit the defenders. That's a better idea. Like fighting further back, like sort of where Seleucus have most of their army. Like fight sort of around here. The attackers can't really get good side shots then. Maybe the same over here. Although the attackers might be able to get side shots from outside the city. Yeah, you could try and fight around here. Where's the cap point? It is where the elephants are. So yeah, that's what, in my opinion. I think they should fall back. Thorio Spear's losing here as well. What are they fighting? The Cranians? Just a lot of, oh, they're pulling through. Absolute huge pull through here from the Cavalry bowwomen. Well, yes and no, actually. I would say potentially a pull through there. And it's just to get these Celtic bowmen who are burning the tower down, which is a massive 200k IQ move. See, they know they're going to lose this gate. They just don't want the archer towers to be falling into enemy hands. They burn their own towers down so that the enemy can't use them against them. It's really smart, to be fair, actually, from the Bowie player. Really smart. Now he's helping to kill off these Cavalry bowwomen. We're actually okay in melee because they got a big spear. So yeah, there you go. Bowie and Swaby also all routed there, and I think they absolutely pulled through there. That's an absolute definite pull through these sword masses. That is horrendous from Swaby there, and it's going to rout Pontus' swords. But not the Seleucid spears, which is great. Yeah, don't know what's going on there, but that's crazy. Can it Cav? Oh, it's Pontus' general. He's still got that another royal cavalry's going. Want to go and get more kills. It's also taking casualties, 56 out of 80. Oh, is he running his cav over caltrops again or something like that? Oh no, maybe it's fought over here actually. But maybe, or we're getting shot. I don't know. It must be getting shot. It's not getting huge kills. Yes, if you're a fan of Rome 2, want to see more Rome 2 on the channel, do remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here and a comment show support. Really just help out the channel. And if you want to send in any of your own replays to have them feature on the channel, do send them in to my Discord. I'm always looking for more Rome 2 action to showcase to you guys, because you guys do love it. One of your top choices. There you go, the Sword Masters. Having crushed the Bowie here. I'm not quite sure, again, how they've... Well, I get they've come around that way, I guess. This is the pull-through unit, for sure. So this is the guy that just pulled through Pontus, and then they've come around and they've taken his choke point. So Swaby, yeah, certainly not, getting points for being an honourable player, that's for sure. Certainly, I would be saying some strong words to that player. But certainly, I would say cheating. At least Galatia's fighting on honourably, not pulling through this final Bowie unit here. Holding on. And Swaby, Swaby's infantry here, someone needs to punish this. I mean, it is like a lone unit. You could potentially send the elephants on their own to probably take that out. I doubt they've got Javies left. But it looks like we're going to see Oathsworn come forward. That would definitely also deal with the sword masses. Looks like pikes being pulled back across and archers. And also the Pontic General. I don't really know why. I don't think the cap points... Maybe the cap point is on this side. I do not know. Maybe the cap point is on this side, but I thought it was on where like all the armies kind of just sat waiting, potentially. I might be wrong, but it looks like, looks like they're trying to keep the crossing open at least, are the defenders. But we've still got like half of this battle still to fight. It seems like there's so much has already happened. So much sallying and slaughtering. But finally, the attackers are through that sort of like first layer, but have they lost potentially too much already? I mean, Swaby's generalless. Egypt's pretty battered. His general's battered. He's got a lot of good infantry left in the Galatian Royal Guard. That's a good core of infantry there. He's got, yeah, like 5 units of those. Insane. He's got thorax pikes of his own. Galatia, definitely pretty spent. He's only got 4 healthy units of swords left. I don't know how much ammo he's got in his archers, but he's pretty battered. These guys have seen a fair amount of action. I mean, yeah, they've lost 60 troops of these legionnaires, and they've got 60 kills. That's not great ratio at all for a silver chevron to a Galatian legionnaire. Archers are already loosing shots and not letting up on those attacks. To be fair, the attacks aren't slowing down. Galatia looks like he's going forward as quickly as possible, sending forward some fresh legionnaires. 2 of his precious 4 left, and he's sending them into these Thurios spears. Shouldn't really be a trouble for the Galatians. Galatians should push them aside. Just depends how many losses they take on their way. They are, like I said, going to get shot in the side. These Thurios spears are going to inflict a bit of damage with the jabbies. Already, yeah. I mean, look at that. I'm pretty sure this is like 150 not long ago. It's already down to 115. He's getting side-shot here by Syrian archers. Bows are just so nasty in Rome 2. They really are. Brutal. They are winning that fight, though, as expected. It seems like, actually, the Syrians have stopped shooting at the Galatians. They've got other problems. It looks like they're having to deal with the Cretan archers over here of Egypt. So there's a bit of a counter battery duel going on. And we also got the mercenary Syrians here of Galatia. So it looks like they're trying to both silence each other's archers. I would imagine that Seleucus is going to lose this fight because it's, what, 3... Well, actually, the slingers here are not shooting. But, yeah, I was going to say it says 3 against what looks like 5 or 6 archers here for the attackers. It's not a fair fight at all, but that's just how it goes sometimes. And yeah, you can see here already the Syrian heavy archers having to fall back, and they're getting the heck out of dodge. Hopefully the attackers run out of ammo soon, because those Indian armored elephants otherwise may just get focused down and killed off, which would be sad to see. I'd like to see them, you know, get a bit of action, do a bit of damage. Also, it's a general, so if he was to die, Seleucus has got most of the defending forces left. We have massive losses of defenders. There you go, Galatians winning decisively. It has cost them a full unit, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the same 2 units. One of them is down to 26 troops. 58 kills. Gosh, that's not good. That is not good at all. Got Egypt setting up over here. Looks like he's getting ready to go in. Oswan here, ready to block them off at the beach. I guess it's sort of like a beach. I don't know. Certainly at the coast, the bank of the river. Probably is a better description. Thorax swords next in the line. They might also, again, as well, just, you know, cause a lot of problems for the Galatians. Looks like they're setting the archers even further back so that they can use them against the infantry still. Because I'm guessing that's the play they're going for. They're not going for the defenders, at least. They're not going for, you know, we're not going to try and take out the attackers' archers. We're just going to try and take out their infantry so they have nothing left, infantry-wise, which is fair enough. There you go. The Thurios dealt with. The Thorax are now starting to jabby. They've got to go through all these little sharp stones which will break up their charge, slow them down. And in go the Galatians there. Barbarians. Those civilized Greeks. Just because they don't wash every day. I'm sure they smell just fine. It's probably smell of roses to these legionnaires. They are getting focused down there. They're showing their backs as they retreat here, and they're just inviting more volleys into the backs from the archers here. So yeah, there you go. Seleucus hold that off for now. It looks like Bogai was going to push here, which would have been foolish. Egypt, obviously, is looking like he wants to try and just javvy the Oswan here, which is not a bad idea either. I see another Galatian. It looks like the Galatian player is really keen to get himself out of the game. He's ready to send in his infantry everywhere else. Egypt and Swaby are both like, nah, I'm not saying anything. I mean, in fairness, Swaby's got nothing left. He's got a Hex Bearer. He's got a couple of Sword Masters, which obviously with no general, they're certainly not going to fight as effectively as they had before. So it is really down to Egypt. It's pretty much Egypt versus Seleucids. Bowiai's, well, I'm Bowiai. Bowiai's still got a lot of skin in the game, to be honest. A lot of Oswan here. And Pontus, he's pretty much out, but he has got a very key pike unit still alive in the game. Not as good as necessarily as the Thorax pikes that both Egypt and Seleucids have brought here today, but it's a pike unit nonetheless. It's a unit that, you know, the missiles of the attackers are going to have to focus down. They're going to have to save some ammo for that. which might spare the elephants of the Seleucids. We will see. We're going to see some truly elite infantry come forward here now. Galatian Royal Guard. So the Galatians themselves, the legionnaires couldn't do it. They're now going to send in the Royal Guard. These are the Royal Guard of Egypt. They defend the pharaohs. They're now being sent in to try and break through this Seleucid line. And there come the Javis. Shields up, boys. Shields up. In come the arrows as well. They go through their Javis, and they're going to go and charge it. I don't know why they keep sending 2 against 1. Just a larger blob for the archers of the defenders to here to shoot. I haven't killed a single one yet, though, in fairness. They are probably got a lot of health, and also they are firing kind of head-on. They aren't really getting good angles here. Yeah, jabbing all they can, weakening that thorax before they have to send it in. Not a bad idea at all. Still got Eastern Archers over here as well for Pontus alive. And they could shoot the Royal Peltas. They're heavy melee infantry, but I don't think they'd certainly die quite quickly to missiles, I'm pretty sure. Look at this. Thorax, yeah, getting focused down. I like the idea that maybe these scythe chariots that are actually, becoming barricades, just sort of blocking and saving the lives. No, definitely not. The guy behind the said barricade of the scythe chariot died immediately. You just sort of stand in the chariot, you couldn't hide there, protect yourself. And in they come. In come the Galatians. Oh, it's not Swaby going in. Swaby's like, well, sending my boys first, which is probably the best idea. They are weakest. They've got a lot of kills, though. In fairness, General, yeah, gone is obviously going to matter a lot. Galatians, for some reason, charging. I don't think they should. There's no need to blob up. It's a really narrow choke point. You're not going to win this. Well, I mean, you don't need the extra troops. They're already winning, I think, of the Sword Masters. They should. The Thorax easily enough. So, yeah, to send extra troops in seems a waste of time. Just, if anything, encouraging extra missile fire to come into there. More missiles to be fired in. I don't think there's any other choke point fights taking place. Yeah, Boei is quite happy to sit off. He's just going to let the attackers run down the clock. And I don't think the attackers feel like they probably have enough manpower to try and attack more than one choke point. I mean, they maybe do. I feel like that certainly plays more into the defenders' hands by just going into one choke point. The defenders can, bleed this drive for sure. You need to, as an attacker, you need to attack on as many fronts as possible, which also might have been a problem from the very start, because the attackers just all attacked in that one corner which they've since broken through. Didn't really stretch the defenders, and the defenders, if anything, took the offensive, took the initiative by sallying. Yeah, Swaby are slowly pushing back the Seleucids here, and it looks like the next plan is to actually hold here in a sort of like a ring of death. And as you can see, there's 3 units of Seleucid swords here, and they're just going to javvy anything that comes into this space. Just kill it off quickly. So I imagine the attackers will read that and they'll send in the sword masters first. I would send in the sword masters first. Just let them absorb all those javvies and save the Galatians from any sort of damage. Again, they've lost like 50 guys and killed 35 troops. It's not good at all. Not good at all.
Warriors, move out!
Pontus bringing his general back across. Wonder whether he's going to do one last sally for the boys, for the culture. Yeah, here we go. Thorax swords losing decisively. They're about to go. I don't know if they could have just destroyed this barricade here, but if they could, that would have been really useful. And they could have just gone around the wall, well, potentially. Instead of just fighting through this one choke point, because yeah, it's not good at all. Here we go, Galatians going in. I think they are gonna just go straight on in actually, and I would imagine the Thorax are gonna javvy? Question mark? Or maybe they've used them all. Missiles still coming in. Still the sporadic volley here from the Syrian heavy archers. But yeah, not going in. The Egyptian player read it like a book. And either Seleucids are out of ammo and they didn't javvy, or they just were sleeping on the job and just didn't activate the javvies. I think it's a waste though. I think just go to one-on-ones. think that works, maybe works better. I think it works in favor of the defenders, just slowly chewing up these attacks. They've done a good job so far. And also then it allows you to maybe pike stack if you wanted to pike stack. Well, you can't easily pike stack in this 3 here. They wanted to do that. A lot more action now going on. Looks like Egypt is mobilizing a lot of troops here. He's mobilizing all these Galatians. He has got plenty more. I was getting upset that this one, for instance, was going to underperform. He's still got like another 4 or 5 to go in. Here we go. I think we're going to see the Syrian archers here get sent in. They're out of ammo. They're going to get sent in as a sacrifice to weaken up the Oaksworn here. Maybe kill like the odd one. And it looks like, yeah, Boai is going to take the offensive. He's going to attack. I think that's kind of what Galatia wants. He wants him to come out of this sort of this point he's in. And yeah, there should be a bloodbath in favor of Boai as hundreds of poor Syrian archers are sent to their deaths. Conical helms there getting covered in blood. And actually they managed to get out of there without dying, like without routing, which is kind of insane. Oaksworn did not lose a single man, and they've got 129 kills. I don't know if that's all just... I doubt that's all there. All from that, but that's still insane. Very, very well. It's a bit of a waste of manpower. Balance power, by the way, dead even at this point in the game. Very, very even. Oh, what's going on? Oh, they are now burning down this... This is a building, apparently. Burning down this little wall. Just to open this choke point up, which is good. That's really smart from the attackers. And they're now forced back the thorax sword, so they can't do their U of death. Now they're kind of forced back. I mean, it's still like a V. It's still going to be a problem. What the heck was that? It's just a torch that flew so far away. But yeah, they can still cause a bit of a problem with just 2 units instead of 3, which, if anything, I think better for the defenders. You don't want to be having loads and loads of units defending one choke point because you're probably outnumbered. I mean, I don't think they necessarily are, but in most scenarios, you're going to be outnumbered for units. It might be ever so slightly, I think, in this one. Galatians going in. Again, I still think they're going to beat these thorax very, very easily. It's just how many of these Galatians can they take with them? That's the question. Thorax, like I said, they sting. Javi's being thrown in by the Galatians, really good. I mean, they are in shield wall, they'll probably absorb those hits a little bit better. Yeah, well done by Galatia. Be making sure to use every weapon in his arsenal before he goes in. Galatians, again, probably will outmatch the thorax. Those silver chevrons, you'd hope so. A lot of money being spent on those chevrons. Yeah, the choke point quite can use this. Thorax, like I said, they're losing. They're holding in the other one for now. And back over here, nothing going on. Egypt is yet to make a move there. If he's even ever going to make a move there. Boai is sending more troops actually the other way because he... Oh, I guess he knows he's probably going to have to get... He's going to have to because, yeah, there's just a lot of thorax here. I mean, they've got thorax pikes as well. But there's a lot of Galatians and a lot of thorax facing each other. And there's only one side that's winning at the moment, and it's not the Seleucids. Galatians are still stumbling here. They were losing for a second there. They are now again. Egypt needs to be careful. He's gonna pull through. I think that's okay to an extent. He definitely tried to avoid going through there. He's gone through the gap, which there is very much a gap here. So Galatia taking advantage of that gap, and he's going to try and get to the second line of the Thorax already. But I think his plan is just to bounce into the unit and then bounce out and go back into the unit that's already be engaged in the front lines. Not a bad move. Very cheeky, but it's absolutely, I think that's perfectly legal. Maybe it could have been slightly better executed, but it worked. It worked, and he's going to break through this Thorax line, and we're going to see also going to see more Thorax go in, along with Thorax pikes potentially. They're being mustered. Yeah, here come the pikes. Be interested to see how many kills they get. Are they going to get activated? Are the archers now to deal with the pikes? We will see. Quite potentially. Yeah, pikes already getting a lot of attention here from missiles. Already losing 6 of them. Yeah, it's the Rhodian slingers back here. They got, I don't know how great an angle they have, to be honest. Yeah, they are aiming and they're spraying and praying. They absolutely are. They really are. There's no way they can see those pikes, but they are shooting at them anyway, nonetheless. Pikes, I think, are trying to extract themselves. Need to be careful. They don't get killed off here by the Galatians. It just seems odd that the Galatians were allowed to face off against the Thorax, and the Oathsworn are like, I mean, they're not doing anything. And the Oathsworn, we've got multiple units over here stood doing nothing. Looking at a Royal Peltast, and that's it, really. Royal Peltast definitely could be beaten by a Thorax, give or take maybe 1 or 2 attempts, but they could definitely do it. Another pike yet to go in, or is this the same pike? Oh, it's a different one. But yeah, I feel like kind of a bit of a mistake there by the defenders, sort of poorly matching it. But then it's the power of the attackers to attack where they want to attack. At least Boei's got reinforcements over here now, and he is getting support as well, killing off these Galatian legionnaires. I don't think you need to be shooting these legionnaires. He'd win that fight anyway with the Oathsworn, I would have said. 48 melee attack. Oh, maybe not, to be honest. These guys are 52 melee attack. Maybe these are the legionnaires, the scariest thing on the battlefield at the moment. I don't know. All those chevrons, they do seem pretty damn scary. There you go, they've won that fight there with the support of the archers. They're going to be able to side charge now all these Galatians, either the Legionnaires or the Royal Guard, and in there you go. The bit of head hunting going on over here. Yeah, both sides pop that. Lots of trophies are going to be taken. Headless bodies left lying on the battlefield. Here you go. Oh, the elephants are going in. They've gone out of control immediately, though. They're already losing troops. Oh, and they got 3 kills. No. What a poor use of the elephants so far. Why were they committed? Wait till the late part of the game. They are just probably killing so many of their own troops. Yeah, Thorax here. They're dying a little bit. 141. They're not certainly dying as quick as I thought they were going to. Yeah, elephants just being wasted. I think they're going berserk because their own team. Yeah, I think Eastern Archers here with fire arrows, that is actually setting them off. Sending them berserk. Which that is terrible gameplay. I mean, they are probably going berserk as well, probably because of the normal ammo being fired for the Cretans and the Rhodians over here. But certainly the fire ammo, I do not think is helping. And there you go, a curse popped on the entirety there of the defending army. It's not actually really done any sort of thing to affect them. The Galatian Legionnaires, they're going to rout general is in, yeah, he's in real deep trouble. 13 out of 24. Don't think he's dead. No, I don't think he is. We are now seeing a fight over on the other side. Boei has taken the offensive, and we've seen, yeah, they pinned this Royal Peltas over here. Really nice, and they're actually now trying to attack the Thorax Pikes with the Oathsworn. It's not a bad little move here. see the Syrians desperately trying to chase them, but they're going to get stopped here by Galatians. I think Galatians, they have better melee attack, but I think they have worse armor, and I think that's, Seleucids has lost his general. Yeah, I was going to say the camera's going crazy in the bottom left. Seleucids are generalless. That is not good. I don't know why they sent the general in. It's a poor play. Really poor play. I mean, if you're going to bring an elephant unit, don't bring it as a general. Like, you had the money, you could have just swapped it and just had a silver shield sword general. They brought some of those already. It seemed odd to bring it as a general. It's such a dangerous unit to bring as a general, because it can be just nullified so quickly. And look at this, the Seleucids are routing in quite a few spots there. The general unit's fully gone now. Boii might be left in charge of this defense at the moment. Balance power, though, is in favor of the defenders. Javi's going in there. Pontic General might be in a bit of trouble. Pike's here trying to block off those sword masters. We're going to see a bit of a rear charge here into the Royal Peltas, trying to support the Oswan. The Pontic General's going to die here in this act, I'd imagine, if he's not already. Oh, well, maybe not. I think he might have been stuck in there. I think he shouldn't have been able to get out of that one, the Pontic General. But Swaby's done it just as much as him, if not more. And there you go. Oswan are through. They've broken through that Royal Peltas, and they've got archers to kill here. That's huge, easy kills. The Pikes here going to be able to sandwich the Sword Masters if they want to. It's going to be a bit of a rat race here, I think. It's just who can rout who first. If they can rout the Seleucids over here, we'll see a mass rout, I think, from the defenders. But if the attackers get sort of routed en masse on this side here, I think we see them. They get routed over there against the Seleucids, just with army losses. Pikes going to go in. They're going to try and squeeze the Swordmaster. Obviously, the Slingers here going to try and kill off those Pikes. Slingers aren't the end of the world, though. They got the Pikes down. Very nice. Swordmaster's engaging. The last of Swaby's like proper infantry. Still got the Hex Bearers, but they're not really. They're more of a support unit. Pikes are actually beating. Oh, it's not the Pikes. It's the general. He's just hammering anvil. So the Pikes are beating the Slingers, and they're not even looking the right way. Imagine that. But that's not the case. Pikes are getting some kills though, which is good to see. Oswan here still cutting down Cretans like his farmers cutting down crops in a field. Scything them. Absolutely scything them. Seleucid's holding strong for now. They have, like I said, still no general. Apart from Boii, who's actually engaging. Seleucid has not actually committed to a fight. And he doesn't want to because there's the Galatians and Pikes to charge into. And he doesn't need to charge. He can wait. He's the defender. Understood. They're attacking enough over here as it is. Galatian Royal Guard here, apparently winning. Don't really know if they're beating the Oswald, to be honest. But yeah, it's looking dreary. It's looking dreary. Those attackers are running out. They're just running out of manpower. Now they're sending over, well, I say reserves, they're sending over just any old unit they have. I don't think the General for Egypt is going to get sent in. He is being kept very much safely out of danger. Why is they must have re-rallied and did not realize there's a Royal Peltas unit there that could do with being sent back in. Those 50 guys, it might matter. Oswan here, they are losing fighting the Galatians, but they're trying to just, chip these guys down and then be able to flank the Pikes. It's a nice little play there from the defenders. And yeah, you can go to Silver Shields. X-Bearers going in, they should easily be dealt with, sorry. Still both generals are alive. I kind of forgot about this. I thought Galatius had died as well at some point along the line. But no, he has not. He's actually chasing Pontus' general. Pontus' general trying to pull it out of melee. I mean, yeah, the Galatius needs to be careful. He doesn't pull through all those archers. He'll end up losing himself. Bowiai's general is now very much committed. He's getting rear charged by the Egypt general. Nice rear charge again, doing anything in their power to try and even the odds up over here, but the Galatians are starting to lose with the getting outflanked by Oathsworn as well. It's not helping. And I think we're going to see a defending victory, I think, here today. I mean, it looks like if Egypt loses his general, I think we see a mass rout here. I think we do. Galatia still with his general trying to do some damage. Egypt's starting to rout over there as well with the Galatian Royal Guard. And I think that's just both generals there who died. Yeah, Egypt's general died, and I think Galatius might have died as well, or maybe Bowiai's. No, Bowiai's general died. Galatius is still in the game. But Egypt now with no general, leaderless, could be a mass rout, I think, on the cards here. Bowiai actually being really smart, going onto the wall. He's going to go around this pike stack that's forming, and it's already wavering and breaking anyway, but yeah, because of that leader. An army loss is coming in, and by the skin of their teeth, the defenders are going to win with this amount of troops left. It's probably like a good 8 units left. And that is it. Costly victory for Bowiai and its allies. We'll have a look at the end results quickly. This was sent in by Rabbit, who was playing as Bowiai. He got 165 kills with his Oathsworn general. His archers getting 146 kills. 566 kills with this Oathsworn is insane. 246 with another there. I mean, the Swordfall is insane as well. 318 kills. 184 is also really reasonable as well. So yeah, really good kills. He's got the most by far for his team. Then we have Dam playing as Seleucid. Dam, I feel like, did he waste a lot of his key units, like the Scythe Chariots and the Elephants just wasted. I mean, the Chariot's got triple figures, 123 kills, but not like the levels of what you can get. And I feel like there's opportunities to definitely get better kills than what he did get. Archers, 166 kills, 111. Pikes, 114 is not bad for a pike unit. And then his Thorax, it looks like, yeah, not getting huge kills. Thorough Spears are 190, 189. It's very, very good. Then we have Misko playing as Pontus, 141 kills with his Pontic Royal Cavalry, 152 there, 236 kills. So yeah, really good kills with the Cav. Did very, very well. Even like the Light Cav here, 114 kills. Then the Naked Swords, 157 kills, 142. And then 110 with the Eastern Archers here. And then Hoplites getting 121 kills. And then the Pontic Swords getting 130. Not too bad either. I don't know what the funds were, but basically all these guys had full stacks as defenders, which kind of means they didn't really have a numbers advantage. Did the attackers that much? To be honest, if anything, like Rabbit's army, for instance, is bigger than all of the attacking armies. We have a quick look at some of the attackers' kills. Phoenix playing as Egypt, getting 187 kills with the Galatian Royal Guard, 189, 190, 167. I mean, yeah, they all did reasonably well. Even his general got 142 kills. It's not bad. Ballista, 126 kills. Royal Peltas, 174 kills. Karani and Axeman, the highest so far, 214 kills. Rhodian Slingers getting 137. Cretans, 151. Thorax, 108 kills. Then we have Danube, and he did pretty well with his Galatian spam, getting 148 kills. The Legionnaires here, 175. I would have expected more, to be honest, from these guys. You see them get higher kills even without these chevrons, to be honest. But yeah, some of them really suffered, to be honest, in the early stages of the sieges. Like, getting 26 kills. Oof. Archers, 119 kills, 169, 161. Ballista 144, and his Gen getting 137 kills. And then with Dignitary playing as Swaby. Did a few cheeky pull-throughs that he should have done, but relatively played a decent game. Though his infantry definitely got outclassed with the sword followers. I mean, some of it's done awful. But yeah, some of the sword bastards, 200 kills, 196. Archers, 221 kills, 159 kills. Is not too bad either. But there you go, guys. That is today's Rome 2 Siege. If you did enjoy and want to see more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye for now.